Friendly greetings here with a bit of retro fun because I enjoy the nostalgia and that. I'm playing with TapeDeck on my Mac. It's a really neat program, except for the marker font. I don't like that at all. But I just uploaded a tape from it, and while it records just audio, as you can see, it has this animation, which I think is kind of cute. It'd be cool if there were different variations on the tape. I always want more, so I decided to just try this out after seeing it. I like characteristics of... I had an old tape recorder like this, so I appreciate those characteristics. And it's pretty nifty to just hit record and hear a sound like it's being depressed, and it doesn't add things like, well, there's a low quality mode which will degrade the sound somewhat, but it doesn't add hiss aside from what you naturally hear in the background of where I'm recording right now. So I'm thinking of ways to record to capture ideas easier. Been looking at a Zoom H1, which should be out end of August. I think August 20 was one of the articulated dates. Oh, this, I noticed it says here in faint lettering, fully reticulated spines. You can't see this. This is on the TapeDeck UI. Why does that sound so familiar? I have to look that up. And so, hello to you. I've been continuing to record my dream journal, the second and third volumes coming from the future at my blog on Torley.com. I share the dreams, and sometimes on first pass, like actual dreams, or even second or third pass, they don't necessarily make linear sense. I think it's a sense that can appeal to us deeper and on some level where you don't necessarily make a logical order out of it, but you understand through experience, or you understand through intuition. And a lot has been on my mind lately. I've been thinking a lot of the classic electronic music masters, Vangelis. I'm never sure which it is. Jean-Michel Jarre in particular right now, because of a lot of their expressivity. I think it's a shame that more modern music controllers, of course, they want sales. Those are important to keep a company afloat. You have to have a positive cash flow, make some profit. But it seems a lot of being timid in the way of really advancing hardware. The really cool stuff I'm seeing comes from smaller and newer houses that aren't so encumbered in some ways by tradition. For example, Teenage Engineering with their OP1. Who knows when that will be out or what it'll cost, but I think it looks very nifty. It sounds very nifty so far. And I would like to be more excited about what Korg and Yamaha are doing. I grew up with those hardware devices, but right now what I really want actually is a controller that has polyphonic aftertouch, and I want Ableton Live to support polyphonic aftertouch so I can press a key down, then press it further and make it do woo, 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 modulations and warbles and all sorts of fun stuff. I would like a light sensor, like the Roland D-Beam, but not tied in solely to a Roland device. I would like a longer ribbon controller. I had a Kurzweil Expression Mate. That was quite fun to play with, but that's long gone now. And at the time, I think that cost like $400, but I really enjoyed it. I wish breath control ports were more common. I see them on some, I think it's CME, and of course Yamaha has them, but they haven't updated their devices. So there's so much that can be explored. On some fronts, there's a lot of advances. The portable music studios with netbooks, with iPhone and iPad, that's all really, really tremendously fascinating to me. But I yearn for more ways to easily capture the flow of sound, to add feeling to it without having to think, because that's like overacting. You're being very hammy, ham-fisted. If you're ham-fisted, you have tasty hands, at least. That's what I like to say. But more ways to just naturally press and use your body to channel sounds. And where I'm at right now, I think my brother coined sonic seeds to think about my dream journal and collecting each one like an oral artifact. Well, we thought artifact has too much of a negative connotation. It's almost 5 minutes here, so I've got to go, but Torley.com will continue to have the goods on the dream journal. Thanks for listening.